Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kazo and I'll be sharing with you how to cut and sew that beautiful wrap dress. So kindly subscribe, like, share and leave a comment down below and let us get started. So this is what we'll be needing. We need pattern paper, marker pen, measuring tape and a ruler. So I'll be starting with the back panel or the back pattern. Go ahead and roll out your shoulder line, upper bust shoulder line, your upper bust line, your bust line and your waist line. Now from the shoulder line to the upper bust line is half of your shoulder measurements. So shoulder measurement divided by 2. Mine is 14 divided by 2, 7. So from the shoulder line to the upper bust line is 7 inches, and from the shoulder line to the bust line is 10 inches, and from the shoulder line to the waistline is 15 inches. So now I'll go ahead and mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2. My shoulder measurement divided by 2, 14 divided by 2, 7, and the 4 inches are for the neck width, and mark shoulder slant of 1 inch. And on the upper bust line I'll also mark 7 inches so that I make a straight line from the shoulder to the upper bust line. So I'll find the midpoint of that line, which is 3. On the upper bust line, mark your bust measurements divided by 4. Mine is 8. Yeah, 8 after doing all the calculation, which is 32 inches divided by 4. So my bust measurement may not be like your bust measurement, so take your bust measurements divided by 4. So I went ahead and used my bust measurement divided by 4 like so, 8, and mark out a curve to make an armhole. That is for the back pattern again. So I started tracing using a pencil, then highlighted using a marker pen. If you have a French curve, go ahead and use it. If you don't, use freehand like I am doing. So at the neckline, from the shoulder line, I'm going to use 2 inches, then make a curve. So that is our neck line, or our neck curve. On the waistline, mark your waist measurements divided by 4 and add 1 inch of that allowance of that. So roll out your points, your waist to the upper bust line. So mark your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. So mine is 7, so yours might be 8, 9. So 7 divided by 2, 3.5. 3.5 at the waistline, 3.5 at the bust line, so that I make a straight line. And then I'll be using a dart of 1 inch, so 0.5 on the other side and this other side, like which you can see there, yeah, like so. So please remember, this pattern has no seam allowance added to it. So when you cut on your main fabric, add seam allowance of 1 inch, 2 inch, any seam allowance that you want. And this piece or this pattern is cut on fold on your fabric, so you fold it into 2, then you cut it to make one piece for the back. Yeah, you get it? So I went ahead and cut, and the paper beneath that pattern is my front pattern, and I folded it into 2. And there's a slight difference with the back pattern and the front pattern. At the midpoint of your armhole, you're going to go in by 0.5 inches to make that curve, that armhole curve. So I went ahead and did that. I traced the shoulder, the waist, the side seam, everything. I traced it out and then marked the midpoint, came in by 0.5 and made that curve. So this is my front pattern. So yeah, if you open it up, it looks like that. So at the waistline, measure or mark 3 inches up, and then the 3 inches point is where we'll make a curve, and remember to notch at that point. Yeah, at that point that we make a curve from the 3-inch mark. So that will be our front neckline. But my strap will be 2.5 inches, so I marked 3 inches, and the 0.5 will be for sewing allowance or seam allowance. So I traced again using my and so I go ahead and cut where I marked. Yeah, cut it like that. So that is our front panel or pattern. So I'll go ahead and cut on the main fabric, and also cut your lining the same way you cut your main fabric. And the 3 inches are for the strap that will make the wrap. So this is the back. So I cut the lining the same way I cut the fabric, and joined the lining and the fabric, you can see. So that's the back, and this is the front, one piece and the other piece. Now I cut the same way. The lining, I cut it the same way I cut the main fabric. Go ahead and cut your straps. So I cut my straps (60 inches) strap. There are 2 straps, 60 inches each, one to be joined on the right side and the one on the left. So I went ahead and pressed everything down, and I want to join the front to the back. Now you should start by joining the shoulder before you join the side seam. Ensure you join the shoulder first before you join the side seam. So on that side I'll sew up to somewhere, then leave a hole where the wrap will, So I went ahead and cut the circle and joined it to the bodies. I'm so sorry, my camera stopped and I didn't notice. So I'll also go ahead and attach the sleeves. And if you want your dress to be full, you can use stiff net or hard net. For me, I used the normal cotton lining and I gathered it and attached it to the skirt, the dress. So thank you for watching. That is all I have for you today. Like, share and subscribe. Bye.